Hey, in today's class, we will be learning about tenses. Yes. What do you mean by tense? In English language, when we talk about a particular idea, when we say something, for example, we have to use the time when that particular incident occurs. That's what tense is all about. Meaning, it is the time of action. Yes. Whenever something happens, for example, I'm talking. The moment I'm talking, the time of my action, the activity, we have to write it, we have to mention it in our sentences. That activity of mentioning, that process of mentioning, or that pattern that we use to mention the time of action is called a tense. And usually we have three time zones that as human beings we are aware of, right? We have three time zones: the present, the past, and the future. The present is the now. Whatever is happening right now, this is the present. For example, I'm talking to you. I talk to you. We have been talking for the past 1 minute. This is the present. The past is whatever that happened, whatever is in the past, meaning whatever that is finished, completed. For example, yesterday was a good day. Now, the future, whatever is going to happen. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will be talking to you. That's future. Now, there are different situations also that we have to think about. We need to consider different situations in life, not just the time in three time zones in general, but also we have to think about some specific situations. I'm going to tell you one such situation today, only one. This is our first class, right? So we will be talking about only one such situation today. And that situation is about the present. In the present time zone, we usually encounter, in English language, we have four fixed situations which we have to talk about in the present time. The first one of those situations we can say is uh, the simple present, the simple present tense. What are the uses and functions of this particular pattern of sentence? First one is to express habitual actions of the present. For example, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, meaning I get up at 5 o'clock every day. Suppose if I got up at 5 o'clock yesterday only, I cannot call it a habit, right? Can I call it a habit? No. A habit is something that we do every day. Second use is to express eternal truths and general facts. Eternal truths and general facts. One such example is the sun rises in the east. That's an eternal truth or a general fact as well. We are aware of it, right? In other words, this pattern of sentence making is called a simple present tense, where we talk about a present situation, but we have specific uses, such as telling an eternal truth, and the second one is express habitual actions, or I think I reversed it. Let's say first one is express habitual actions, the second one is to express eternal truths. That we have to remember. Third one, to express planned actions of the near future, meaning in the near future, meaning not that far off in the future, the near future, we will do something. That's what we have to say. Let's look at an example. The chief minister visits our district next Monday. Next day. This type of usage creates a particular situation where something is going to happen immediately and then we talk about it. It is in the future, but we can use this pattern of sentences. Fourth use is in conditional clause, meaning when a sentence is used to talk about a particular condition. For example, if you work hard, you will pass. That's a condition, meaning you have to say that something should happen if something else happens, right? For example, if I throw a stone up, it will go down. It's a condition. If you work hard, you will pass. Fifth point is for dramatic narrative or stage directions, sports commentaries, and critical notes. Example, let's look at an example here, an example sentence. Gandhiji utters the words, Hey Ram, and dies. You know how Gandhiji was assassinated. While he was dying, he uttered these words, Hey Ram. Now, we have to think about it. It's an event in the past. It's not a present event, it's a past event. But we should understand this. When we use this particular pattern of sentences in the simple present pattern, that means definitely it has a dramatic effect that we have to consider. It is not an event in the past, it is a dramatic, it causes a lot of emotions in us. Or it causes a lot of sensations in us. That is the beauty of the sentence. So we are not considering time here, we are considering the emotional appeal of this particular event. That is why we use this particular pattern. Now there are other patterns like the present continuous tense. We will discuss it in the next class. I hope you understood simple present. Well, let me ask you one question at the end of the class. What is the sentence pattern of this particular type of sentences? You must have already noticed it. For example, let's take an example in the second example. The sun rises in the east. It's a very good example to understand the pattern of sentences. Here we use a subject that is usually any noun, anything, any name, any object, any individual. And then we use the verb immediately after that. So immediately after the subject, we have to use the verb. That is the pattern of simple present. Subject plus verb. And then if we have an object, we can use it. Subject verb. Now there is something else called subject verb agreement. The concord. We'll discuss it in another class, okay? So this is the end of today's class. Have a great time. Hope you enjoyed today's class. And by the way, find out as many sentences as you can today which fall into this particular category. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.